that's better. I have a different office chair. That's why it's sitting a little bit low. Here's an update on what's been going on. I haven't posted for days because we drove back up to Colorado and got the rest of our stuff out of storage. As you can see, there's boxes and stuff behind me. We got quite a bit of unpacking done already, but there's still a few more things to do. We got our bookcase back, which fits nicely right there. We decided to leave last Thursday night instead of Friday morning because Maggie didn't want to make the entire 450-mile trip on Friday morning, which, you know, I thought that was a good decision. So we left last Thursday night and drove halfway up to Trinidad, Colorado, and spent the night there. Luckily, we were able to get a reservation. So we spent the night there, and then we drove the rest of the way on Friday morning to Denver, and we got the truck. The only truck we could find in the whole frickin' Denver metro area was in Boulder at this auto repair place, and so we went up to Boulder. As soon as we got into town, which was around 1:30, we thought, well, we don't have to check into our hotel till 3 o'clock anyway, so we drove up to Boulder and got the truck. Well, we just trusted. Well, Maggie trusted the woman who did the rental for us, even though I guess she was the woman was in a really cranky mood and being kind of bitchy. Maggie just let that go, and we trusted her to give us the right truck. Well, it turns out, and I'll talk more about this in a little bit, it turned out to be the wrong truck. She's supposed to get a 17-foot truck, and that was no 17-foot truck. But, you know, we didn't have the time to, you know, dink around and try to find another truck at the time. So she went ahead and took the truck, and it was supposed to be a 15-foot truck. They measured that. It was, you know, it has one of those cab over things. Well, they measured the 15 feet from the little cab over area all the way to the back, rather than from the, you know, the square part of the truck on back. They measure it from the very you know, from the cab over area to the back. So in that one, I guess it was 15 feet, but anyway. And we went out to dinner Friday night with my sister and had Mexican food, of course. Then Saturday, there was a question about whether or not we were going to be able to check out of the hotel in time, because she had to go over there. She had to drive over to the storage unit while I stayed at the hotel with the dogs, and you know, got stuff packed up and put back in the car while she was over dealing with the storage thing. Well, they were supposed to be there. Well, originally they were supposed to be there at 10 o'clock, and then they said, well, they could come at 9 or 9:30. Well, 9:30 rolled around, and they still weren't there. So we're like, oh, that's great. We have to check out of the hotel by 11, otherwise we have to pay for another night that we're not even going to be there. So I went ahead and got everything packed up and got it in the car, and I was like, well, screw it, you know, I'll figure something out. I'm not paying for another freaking night that we're not going to even be here. So then, as I was getting things ready, you know, to take out to the car, Maggie called and said that her sister Julie was over there was over there with her at the storage place, and that that Al was on his way over to the hotel, that Julie's husband Al was on his way over to show me the way to their house, because I couldn't remember how to get there. So I got to stay over at the house with Al and their big dog, and our two little dogs that don't get along with other dogs. That was fun. But I got to stay over there, so I didn't have to worry about the hotel. I got checked out in plenty of time. And went over and stayed with Al for a little while, for about an hour or so, really. And it only took the guys 45 minutes to load the truck, which was great. They were really fast. And they got everything on there. Amazingly, they got everything on that little truck. So we lucked out again. First, it didn't take them, 2 hours to do it, and then we didn't have to leave any, take anything to Goodwill or whatever. It all fit on there. So then luckily because of that, we had a little time to go have lunch with them. So we went to Old Chicago, had lunch with Julie and Al, and then around, I don't know, 1 o'clock, was it 1 o'clock, 1:30, somewhere around in there, we left their house and hit the road. We got back to the same Super 8 in Trinidad that we had stayed at on Thursday night. We got back there around 6:30 on Saturday, and we spent Saturday night there. And then Sunday morning we got up about 8:30. We got up at 8:30 on Sunday morning, Father's Day, and got our stuff loaded back in the car and checked out, and went and grabbed a little bite. We had to put some more gas in the vehicles, so we went and stopped at a service station and got a little something to drink and a little something some kind of munchie to keep us going till we stopped somewhere. But then we were back on the road, and we made it home by, it was a little after 2 when we pulled into the driveway here at the apartments. And the guys that were set to unload the car, to unload the truck into our apartment, they originally weren't due till 5 o'clock. So, we got plenty of time. Well, just as we were relaxing, we laid down on the queen-size bed, and just as we were relaxing, she called them up to see if they wanted to come sooner, and they said they wanted to come at 3:30. So we're like, we better get up right now, because we still had to move the queen-size bed into this room. So, as you can see behind me there, the queen-size bed. So we got up and we moved the queen-size bed over here, and we moved the reclining sofa around so they'd have room to put all these stacked boxes and stuff against the wall there in the living room. So the guy came. It was a father and son. The father owns a moving business. He's got a lot of guys working for him, I guess. And so he came. He's a really nice guy too. And him and his son came, and they unloaded the truck, and he was so nice. He put our reclining chairs back together for us, because the chairs are the recliners have heat and vibration, so they plug in, so, but they come apart, the bottom and the top come apart, so it's easier to move them. But he put the chairs back together for us and rehooked them back up, except for the power cord. He didn't have the power cord there. But he hooked them back up for us as best he could and got them ready, and that was nice. And they chatted with us a little bit. And it was really nice. For Father's Day, I thanked him a couple of different times for coming on Father's Day. Plus, it was like really hot here. I think it got up to 100 degrees. Supposed to get up to 100 degrees for like 3 days in a row, and I think Sunday was 100 degrees. It was pretty freaking hot. And even though the father had a t-shirt and shorts on, and he was sweating like crazy. And the son, he had on a t-shirt and blue jeans. I was like, really? You're wearing long blue jeans in this weather? But he was pretty skinny, so maybe it didn't bother him. But yeah, they got it all done. It took about, well, a little over, I think maybe an hour and a half. I think they have a minimum of 2 hours, so if it was an hour and a half, they got done early, which was nice. And then they left, and of course we started unpacking stuff and moving stuff around, and you know. But little by little, we're getting everything organized and getting stuff, you know, back where it belongs. And we got some stuff out into the storage shed last night, and we got stuff in, or organizing stuff in other closets and so forth. So everything's working out great. But it's really, the best thing is having our bed back, our big comfy king size bed. Oh, I slept so good. Sunday night and last night I slept really good. A lot better than I have been. So in spite of the heat. And having our reclining chairs back is really nice. So like I said, we're getting stuff organized and getting stuff put away, and everything looks good, and we're happy. So I guess that's really about all I have to say in this video. Just really glad to have it all over with. Glad to have all of our stuff back. And now we can really be settled in, you know. Julie and Al are supposed to come down and visit us the weekend of July 4th. So we've got, well, we still got a, you know, that's a couple of weeks away. We'll have everything straightened out before then. So when they come, everything will, you know, we'll have our decorations up, and you know, all the stuff hanging up that we had hanging up before, and everything will be organized and all that. So we don't even have the TV hooked up right now. We got it off of the old stand it was on, and back onto the nice one that we had, but we haven't got it all plugged back in yet. So anyway, that's all I have to say about all that, and I gotta eat something and finish, you know, getting some stuff organized. And until next time, I hope everybody's staying cool. We're doing our best. Been really hot here. I don't know how hot it is today, but I think we did have, I think even yesterday it was like 100 degrees. It was really freaking hot. So till next time, this is still Sexy Butch, staying sexy, and talk to y'all later. Bye.